Okay, so welcome to Pilates. So we're going to be using our resistance bands today. So if you've got one, just make sure you've got it handy. Don't worry if you haven't got one, you can do it all without. So you're going to bring your feet together on your mat and then take them out to 10 and 2. Lift your heels and level them up so you've got your feet underneath your shoulders, underneath your hips even, not your shoulders. So from there, all I want you to do is start to rock forwards and then backwards. So take your weight into your toes and then back into your heel. So just keep it nice and small so we're not lifting either way. You're just taking the weight forwards and backwards. So gently rocking forwards and backwards. As you're doing this one, just start to switch on your tummy muscles. So you're switching on to that 30%. And then gradually start to take a little bit off each side. Hi Laura. So you're going forwards and backwards. So you're trying to find that middle point between your toes and your heels. So Laura, we're using our resistance band, so if you've got one handy, grab it. Cool. Okay, so from there, soften your knees slightly and then either bring one hand forwards or backwards or take them onto your hips. You're going to go into your pelvic tilt. So you're going to tip your pelvis forwards. So think about tipping the water out of the front and then tuck under and tip the water out of the back. So you're tipping forwards and then backwards. So just checking here that your shoulders are not moving. So you're not doing any of this. It's just your hips or just your pelvis. So forwards. Oh, I feel so good. So forwards and back. So again, start to take a little bit off each side. So we're trying to find that point in the middle. So you're taking a little bit off each side. So you're going to gently settle on that middle point. So the point at which your pelvis would, the water in your pelvis would be level. So I'm trying to switch my brain from the last class. Once you found that one, think about putting a balloon on top of your head. So you're lifting up from the top of your head, keeping your chin tucked in, and you're really lengthening through your spine. So as you've done this one, tuck your bottom two ribs in slightly. So as you tuck in, you should feel your tummy muscles engage, and we're trying to get rid of too much of an arch here. So if your rib cage was stuck out, your back would be arched. If you tuck it in, it's going to get rid of some of that curve from the back. So relax your shoulders down. You're going to take an inhale through your nose. As you inhale, expand your rib cage, and then as you exhale, just turn your head to one side. Inhale to come back to the center, and then exhale as you go the other way. So keep that balloon on top of your head, so you're creating that length through your spine and keeping the back of your neck nice and long as well. So it's exhale across, inhale to center. We're just going to do 2 more each way. So inhaling to center, exhaling across. We're on winter chill for our music today. There was a summer chill, but it's like that seems to be rubbing it in. So from here, bring your head back to the center. You're going to inhale, draw your shoulders up and forwards. Exhale as you roll them back and down. So nice big circle. So inhale up and forwards. Exhale back and down. So again, just make it as big or as small as you want to. You can either keep your arms down here, or you can have your hands on your shoulders, or you can do the big circles, whatever you feel like doing today. So inhaling up and forwards, exhaling back and down. So one more in this direction, and then we're going to circle forwards. So same thing, but you're going to circle forwards instead. So squeeze back and then roll forwards. So still going with that breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And we're just going to do 4 more here. Anyone yawning yet? That's it. Oh, it feels so good. So 2 more here. Just keep that chin tucked in. Last one. And then just bring your arms down by your side. So you're rolling shoulder blades into their back pocket. Keep that rib cage tucked in. This time we're going to exhale as you lean across. Inhale back to the center. And exhale as you go across the other way. Oh, I think I might just be warm enough to take this off. So it's exhaling across, inhaling to center. So making sure that you're not leaning forwards or backwards. You're just going to the side. If you want to, draw the other hand up towards the armpit. So it's exhaling, cross, inhaling to centre, exhaling the other way. So let's just do another couple each side. Oh, how good does this feel? The last one each way. And then bring yourself back to the centre. So grab your band if you're using it. If you're not using your band, just have your arms in the same position, just so we've got something to look at. So you're taking it about that distance apart, so about hip width apart, and then take your feet underneath your hips. Stand nice and tall. We're going to go into our squats, but we're going to extend the arms forwards with the band as we go down. So we're going to inhale as you go down, keep your eyes on that band, or looking up towards it, and then exhale as you come back up. So it's inhaling down, exhaling up. So nice long spine. Use the arms as an extension of the spine and sit your hips back behind you. So you're making sure here your knees are staying behind your toes and they're staying hip width apart as well. So inhaling down, exhaling up. So just go as low as you feel comfortable. So again, keep an eye on those knees. They're not dropping in or out, they're staying in line with your ankles. Oh, I've got a lovely warm bum on this heater. So inhaling down, exhaling up. If you want to, you can do the heel lifted version. So you'll lift one heel off the floor. Keep your toes level at the front. And you'll inhale to go down. Exhale up, lower the heel and do the other side. So it's lift the heel, down into the squat, and then back up and lower. So as you're doing that one, if you are lifting one heel, just check that you're not hitching your hips, so they're staying nice and level. So your knee will come further forwards, but your hips want to stay level, so we're not tipping side to side. So inhaling down, exhaling up, and alternating with those heels if you're doing them. So again, just go as low as you feel comfortable. For the last few, if you want to, you can do it with both heels lifted. So you'd lift the heels first, keep your tummy switched on. Inhale as you go down, go as low as you feel comfortable. Exhale back up, and then lower the heels to reset. So heels come up, bum goes back and down, oh, wobbly wobbly. Back up, and then lower the heels. So if it's too much doing both, just do one, or do neither. So whichever one you're doing, we're going to do 4 more. So it's either 4 more with your heels lifted or heels down, or 2 more each side if you're doing just the one heel lifted. Try and finish on the opposite side to what you started on if you are just doing the one. So you're inhaling down, exhaling up. Whenever you finish your last one, just give it all a little shake off. And then just give your ankles a little bit of a release, so circling one and then the other. Okay, so we're going to add in some more balance. So take hold of your band. You are going to be pulling on it this time, so just make sure it's a sort of distance that you can pull on it and make it hit your chest as you come across. So just holding it in front to start with, bring your feet back underneath your hips. You're going to exhale as you either just lift the heel or you lift up the knee as well, and then lower back down. So the arms can come down as well if you want to. So I would exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. So again, keep an eye on those hips, making sure they're not dipping side to side. So it's exhaling up, inhaling down. Keep the shoulders away from your ears, and you're just lifting the arms to shoulder height. So if doing the knee lift is too much, just do the heel instead, this is fine. So keeping that balloon on top of your head, keep drawing in the tummy muscles and the pelvic floor. If you want the add-on, just make sure you're breathing, don't worry too much about when you're doing it. So you're going to lift the knee, hold it there as you pull on the band, release the band back in, and then lower the arms, lower the leg. So still working with that breathing. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. keep it really controlled. So the arms are staying straight. So you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades as you pull on the band. You can still do the band bit without the knee raise if you want to, just do the heel raise instead. So you could just lift the heel, pull the band, and then back in. Just be careful here that you don't start doing this, so shoulders need to stay down as you pull the band. Final option if you want it is to do it with your eyes closed. So lifting up, keep the tummy switched on, pelvis stays level. If you are closing your eyes, just make sure you're not going to fall over on anything if you do fall. So we're going to go for another 2 each side. And then we'll start working our way down to the mat. So keep working with that breathing, engaging the tummy muscles, engaging your core. I've said however many more and then I didn't count. I'm just going to wait till one of you stop. So whenever you finish your last one, go for one more. Whenever you finish the last one, give it all a little shake off, just put your band to one side, grab yourself a drink if you want one, and we're going to start going down into our roll downs. Okay, so bring your feet back underneath your hips. You're going to inhale as you reach your arms up over your head and create some length through your spine. As you exhale, bring the arms down, tuck your chin, soften your knees, round your shoulders, hollow your abdominals, and start to round down towards the floor. Just go about halfway. Inhale as you pause, keep your chin tucked in and your head nice and heavy. Exhale as you stack back up one vertebra, nice and slowly. Head comes up last, and then reach the arms up over your head. So work with your own breathing. So create that length at the top. Exhaling, arms come down, chin to chest, fold the shoulders, hollow the abdominals, rounding down. Go a little bit further each time if you want to. Inhale as you pause, and exhale as you stack it back up, nice and slowly, one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last, and then reach the arms up over your head. So as I say, just work with your breathing. If you need to take extra breaths, then take them. Keep your knees a little bit soft so you're not going to lock them out. If you want to work your way down to the floor, you can. Just exhaling up nice and slowly. And reaching up over your head. We're going to go for another 4 here. So really exaggerating that rolling down. So it's one vertebra at a time. Top of your head stays really nice and heavy, so your chin stays tucked in, and then stacking it back up. Oh, should we just do this for another 15 minutes? So whenever you finish your 4th one, you're going to come down onto your mat. So I'm just going to go for one more, but make sure you just do whatever you feel comfortable with. So reach up nice and tall at the top. So I'm going to make this my last one. If you want to do another one, feel free. And really take your time. So whenever you finish your last one, roll yourself all the way down onto the mat. Sit yourself either into your child's pose or just sit back, whatever you want to do. And then slowly sit yourselves up. I'm just going to grab myself a block. So if you've got a cushion or something you want to use for this one, you can. We're going to be laying face down on the floor. So you can just have your head resting on your mat, that's fine. And we're going to use our bands as well. So if you just watch me first, and then I'll talk you through your setup. Okay, so if you're using something under your head, just be careful it doesn't make you like lift your head up too high. So you want to have your spine in line with your back, so you could be down here, or do like I'm doing and rest your head on a block or a cushion. So we're going to start with just the arms. So we're going to exhale up, inhale down, and then if you want to add on, it's here. Okay, so if you lay yourself down onto the floor, let me talk you through your setup before you do anything. So lay yourself face down. So resting your head down either onto your mat or your cushion or your block, whatever you want to use. And then lay your band sort of across your bum and take hold of it with your palms facing upwards. So engage your tummy muscles. So imagine there's a little marble underneath your belly button that you don't want to squash. And then lightly press your pelvis into the floor. So without lifting anything else off the floor, you're going to take an inhale and exhale as you float that band away from you. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then inhale as you bring it back down. So it's exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. So don't force it. We're not pulling on the band, we're just lifting. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. So don't worry if you only come like a couple of centimetres away from your bum, that's fine. And just work with your breathing. So you can either stick with that one, or if you want to, you exhale, start to lift the band first and then lift the chest as well. Inhale, lower the chest and then lower the band. So if you're doing that one, keep the back of your neck nice and long. So what I don't want is for you to tip your head back. You need to keep looking down at the floor. So it's exhaling up, inhaling down. So you're really squeezing your shoulder blades together as you float that band away from you. And then lifting the chest if you're doing that version. If it doesn't feel good lifting the chest, just do the band. So it's still going to be a really good one for your posture. So you want to be squeezing the shoulder blades together as you exhale and then inhaling back down. So keeping the back of the neck nice and long as you lift. So eyes stay down. So what we don't want is for you to tip your head back at all. So imagine there's like a little cocktail stick on the back of your neck, and if you were to tip your head back, you're going to spike yourself. So it's exhaling up, inhaling down. If you need to take a breather at any point, just take one. We're going to go for another 5 here. So exhale, lift, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest if you're doing that version, and inhale as you're coming back down. So again, really keep the back of your neck nice and long, so eyes stay down on the floor. So it's almost like you've got one of those neck collars on. You can't tip your head back. Whenever you finish your last one, you're going to sit yourself back into your child's pose. So you can do that one without the band as well if you're not using the band. So whenever you've finished, hips back towards your feet and reach your arms forwards till you get that nice stretch into your shoulders. Okay, and then in your own time, you're going to roll over onto your back. So using your band again if you want to use it. So you're going to bring yourself into tabletop position. So you want to have your knees above your hips and hands in the air holding the band if you're using it. So tip your pelvis under and tuck your rib cage in. So we're going to get rid of any arching underneath your back. So you want to have your back not forced into the floor, but you're not arching it. So tip the pelvis back and tuck your ribs in. So keep your arms still for the moment. Keep the same angle at your knees. So you're going to exhale as you tap your toe down towards the floor. And inhale as you bring it back up without arching your back. So alternating sides. So it's exhale, tap it down. Inhale, bring it back up. So can you see I'm keeping that same angle at my knee? So we're not bending the knee tighter and we're not sending it over here. We're keeping that right angle at the knees. So exhaling down, inhaling up. So the point of this exercise, or the thing we're trying to do, is resist extending your spine. so keep it tucked under. So your body's going to want to lift up here, keep it tucked in, and that's what's going to get your core working. So exhaling to tap down, inhaling to lift. If it gets too much with your arms in the air, just bring them down to the side, this is fine. If you want to add in the arms, as you tap the leg down, you take the arms behind you. So it's exhale, extend, inhale, lift. Keep an eye on that knee that's staying still. It wants to stay stacked above your hip. You can draw it in slightly if you feel like your back is arching. So it's exhaling, extend, inhale, back up. Oh, I can feel that one today. Good job. So really work with that breathing. Exhale, tap, inhale off. If it gets too much, just do the arms if you want to. So you can do the arms without the legs, that's fine. So we're going to go for 3 more on each side, so it's 6 more total. Try and finish on the opposite side to what you started on, and don't speed up, so keep going nice and slowly. So it's exhale, extend, inhale, lift. Keep the rib cage tucked in and the pelvis tipped back slightly. Ooh, I can feel that. So I've got 1 more each side, I think. Whenever you finish your last one, just hug your knees into your chest and have a little rock side to side. So hug your knees in, have a little rock side to side if you want it. Okay, so we've got 1 more exercise to do on each leg and then we're done. So take 1 foot down onto the floor. If you're using your band, hook the band round the opposite foot and extend it into the air. Take hold of both ends in the opposite hand. So you don't need to use the band for this, you can just do it with your leg in the air. So keeping everything else nice and still, relax this arm down onto the floor and the other one. You're going to start to circle from your hip. So you're going to inhale and exhale as you start to circle from the hip. So keep it really controlled. Keep that rib cage tucked in and work with your breathing, so nice and slow. So it's entirely up to you how big you want to make this circle. So however big you're making it, you need to maintain your spine position. So keep that rib cage tucked in and the pelvis tucked under, so you should still feel your tummy muscles working. If you want to make your circles bigger, you can extend the other leg either out completely straight or just less bent, so you've got more room to come across your body here. Oh, I can feel my hamstrings from before. That's it. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Keep that pelvis level as well, so we don't want any rocking going on. And then you're going to stay with that same foot but change direction, so circle in the other direction. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Keep the shoulders away from your ears and keep working with that breathing. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good job. Let's do 3 more on this side. We might give that one a little stretch while we're in the right position. So when you've done your last one, just bend the other knee again and just draw your leg towards you using the band until you feel like stretching the back of your leg, and just hold it there. Oh, that feels nice. So inhaling through the nose still and exhaling through the mouth. Bring it slightly closer if you can. If it starts to shake, you've gone too far. And just hold it there for a couple more breaths. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 1 more. And then release it off and switch sides. Take the other foot into the band and take the other foot down to the floor. So take both ends of the band into the opposite hand. So if you've got your left leg in it, you're holding onto it with your right hand and vice versa. Bring your pelvis into that neutral position. So tuck your rib cage in, tuck your pelvis back, and then start to circle from the hip with that other leg. So still working with that breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. So keep your pelvis level. And as I say, just make sure you're breathing and really maintaining that spine position. Maybe you've got the option to take that other leg a little bit straighter if you want to make your circle bigger. So I say you can make it as big as you like, as long as you can control your spine position and your pelvis. So let's go for 3 more in this direction, and then we'll change direction to finish up. So once you've done your 3 that way, change direction and circle the other way. So still working with your breathing, keeping your ribcage tucked in, maintaining that core and your pelvic floor switched on to 30%. So let's just do 4 more. Whenever you finish your last one, you're going to hold the stretch. So you can hold on to the band with both hands if you want to. Gently draw the leg towards you till you feel that stretch in the back. Again, if it starts to shake or if it feels really uncomfortable, you've gone a bit too far. Try and keep your upper body nice and relaxed. Gently draw it a little bit closer if you want to. And we'll do 3 more breaths here. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One more. And then gently release that one off. Put your band to one side, give your knees a little hug, have a little rock side to side. And then however you need to do it, you're going to bring yourself into your seated position. So just find yourself a comfortable seat. Oh, I've got slightly wild hair going on now. So sit nice and tall, and we're just going to roll your shoulders. So just roll the shoulders as you're doing your inhaling and exhaling. Oh, excuse me, there's me yawning. So inhale, draw your arms up over your head. Really reach up. As you exhale, rotate your body. Lower one hand down in front, one hand down behind. Reach back up over your head. Rotate round the other way. Lower one down in front, one down behind. So nice long spine as you're doing this one. I'm just going to do 1 more each side. So reaching up, nice long spine. Rotate your rib cage. Lower one hand down in front, one hand down behind. Last time to the other side. Reach up. Rotate, lower the arms down. Slowly bring it back to the centre. Slot your shoulders back and down. So you're welcome to close your eyes for these ones. We're going to do 3 breaths to finish. So inhale through your nose, really expand into your rib cage. Exhale through your mouth. Same again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Gently open your eyes. And you're done. Well done. So if you're watching on the replay, let me know what you think, if you enjoyed it, and I will see you for our next session.